Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Planet Coaster. This time I'm trying something we haven't done in a little bit, and that is a time lapse. I wanted to get a lot more work done in our brand new park. I should explain immediately what's going on there. So I took out the hell coaster. I ended up thinking it was kind of ugly and sticking out too much. So maybe we'll try it again in the future, but I took it out and there were some things, some parts left over that it wasn't letting me remove. So I just built a hill over them, those fire parts, just to try and deal with it. But maybe we'll probably try and rebuild that in the future, make it look a little nicer, because I do want to go a lot more design orientated this time around, make things look really nice. Right here we're working on the first actual coaster. It's some sort of like I was making it like American themed, because the car I picked, or the cart, has like a US flag on it, so I decided to make it like red, white, and blue and kind of just go with that theme. It's a lot simpler of a coaster, a lot smoother, and a lot less intense. I was going for like a younger coaster, not one of those like super intense ones that'll make people like smash their brains to one side of their head and die of horrible death. I don't know. But I decided to make this one a little simpler. Just a nice short coaster. And I tested out earlier just the autocomplete, just to see what it would do. And it works pretty well. It's still a little janky. I used the smoothing tool, and I wasn't really super happy with what it did, so I may go back and redo that. At the end of the video, we will ride the coaster in real time in first person. Everything I built today I'll have them look around in. Like right now, I was just testing it to make sure that it did complete all the way around. Just some little turns. I do need to add some more banks. I can't remember if I did or not in this. Oh well. But I used that hill up there just kind of right on down, and now I'm selecting the entire coaster. Just kind of smoothing it out using the smooth button there. And now I decided to work on the actual structure because I do want to make a housing. I don't just want the coaster bay to be sticking out. So I'm going to try and make it red, white, and blue. Not too many parts that are able to do that, but we got it worked out pretty well. Still getting used to the building mechanics. The feel, it's a little bit funky still. Just trying to get these things to snap into place. Like when you try and do the middle part, see, I'm having trouble with it because it does not snap to the other pieces. It tries to snap to the ground because there's no pieces around it technically. It's a bit odd. Then I'm just trying to break up the blandness by adding some little designs all over the top. The actual building itself, I wasn't super happy with, but the area around it, I think ended up looking really cool at the end. Then just trying to add some different signs, see what we got going on there. And I did notice that they added in this alpha, the individual rides have their own signs now. Like there's one for the kickflip, the ride we have over in like the surf beach area. So that'd be pretty cool. We can try and add that. And I love those air conditioning units. They always look like speakers to me. I could probably do something cool with that in some sort of concert venue. They really look like speakers. And the inside here, I just started throwing in some lights. I was just doing red ones. It's like, oh wait, I should do red, white, and blue. There we go. Just have them all pointed up nicely. Getting a little bit stuck just trying to move the camera around inside the actual building. But with the alternate method, because if you press T, it gives you like a slightly different camera, which is a lot better for moving around in those areas. And then just building a little path along there. I sunk it down a little bit more just to make it like more, make the size a little better. I thought that looked nice. And then we're going to start decorating the area with signs and trees and bushes. I'm going crazy on trees this time. Like I really want a very foresty park. I love how they just make everything look. They break up the patterns. It just I just like adding trees. Trees make me so happy. I'm like Bob Ross. I got a little happy tree here, happy tree there. A lot of bushes too. I basically want just like trees and bushes everywhere. I want very few areas that is just bare grass, because that's not something you really see in theme parks, is it? Just kind of bare grass everywhere. And I do like having the trees inside the actual coaster routes because you can kind of just whiz by them. It's pretty fun. I overdid it a little bit in some of these places, so I ended up removing some of these trees. So I had some rocks all around there, just kind of covering at that base there because it won't let me put the wall down there for some reason. So I was like, okay, we'll just cover this with rocks. Looks all right. Everybody likes rocks, right? And again, I'll be walking through all these areas at the very end of the video in real time, just kind of give you a better feel. I was trying to do some angled thing there. I don't think it ended up working. I think I just ended up making it straight. I didn't line up the paths perfectly, so that's one regret. I guess I could just try and shift the whole thing, but it's really not too bad looking. Just inspecting it, checking out the area, Trying to see if I want to add some more things. I do like these coaster pieces, so I decided to try and put them on top. I couldn't get the height right. There we go. Eventually got it in there. Then I was going to try to connect it with these, but those pieces don't actually line up, so oh well. Sunset at the park. Alright, and then we skipped ahead here. I changed the shape of that mountain because I made it more of a cliff. And then I was having trouble just getting those paths to be flat. The terrain tools I'm still getting used to, so I was just trying to flatten all this out. Just so I can make the path nice and flat. Because I do want to add like a fence along the cliff face here. You'll see what I do later. I think it came out pretty cool. It's kind of long and took forever to do, but it ended up working pretty well. There is a chunk later where I actually lost the recording, or I forgot to record it. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Which was very sad because I think it came out really cool, but hopefully there'll be enough time to kind of do an overview of it. Just like the part over by the beach area, I decided to just try and line this whole path with these pieces, and oh, man, is this boring. I really probably should cut this out. It's not too bad in the time lapse, I guess. This is like 10 times speed, I think. So it takes quite a while just to lay these things out. I hope they add some sort of fenced path later. I could do the queues, but the queues add fences to both sides, and only one of the fence on one side. Oh, that was an accident. Kind of clicked off the screen there, I guess. That happens from time to time. I'm listening to the music stuff while doing this, and sometimes I click off. I do like my background. I've got a very sweet pixel art version of Overwatch. Came out pretty sweet. Okay, so we got the whole fence down, and just kind of like the last park we did, I wanted to put a Ferris wheel up there. It's kind of big and sticking up. It was a little finicky. For some reason, the ground kept disappearing. Like every time I tried to put it there. Now the ground is all weird. Okay, let's try and raise it. And okay, for some reason there's no ground, so let's try this again. There we go. Got it far enough back. Actually, I don't think it's far enough back still. I always overestimate, or I guess I underestimate the size of those ticket booths. They're kind of annoying. Let's try and wrap it around. I honestly don't remember what I ended up doing here. I'm like, just fit, damn it. Just fit, please. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, there you go. You did it. Good job, buddy. And then this was kind of a pain, because unlike the coasters where you can actually build on the structure, with just regular rides you can't. It's kind of annoying. So after all that, I'm like, okay, we'll just tear all this out, and I'm gonna have to try and line up this entrance and exit later after I build the wall. And getting this wall right was tough because I have to kind of guesstimate the width. I'm like, nope, see, that's not gonna fit. So then what I ended up doing was just build a long section of wall, and then just move it as a whole and try and get it even, and it kind of ended up working. I actually got it pretty close in that first try, so that looks all right to me. So I'm just gonna fill it in around the area, and it is a little bit off the ground, so we'll have to add a bottom layer. You can see there, it's not too big of a deal. You don't have to do all the way around because I mean that part's underground. It's not perfectly flat on top of this cliff. There we go. So now we can re-add the entrance and exits, and then we got to deal with this nonsense again. Ugh. Come on, just get it. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. Add the exit. And now I believe I start decorating the area. Oh, first I add this little, is that a trellis? That's not a trellis. Just kind of like a molding to the upper part. Give it a little bit more detail. I didn't want to build too high. I just wanted to kind of be a little base for our Ferris wheel. And then trees and bushes everywhere, as far as the eye can see. Love me some trees and bushes. I actually ended up adding a cool natural path around this thing. That's something else they added in Alpha 2, is these natural paths, which can just be like grass with kind of these wood logs, kind of designated the path, or you can do like gravel. So I ended up adding that later. That was in the part that did not get recorded, unfortunately. It's a little bit disappointing. Then I start placing some trees and rocks, or it's just some rocks now. I ended up tearing out all that middle part in lieu of a fountain at some points. Charleston, I think those are birch trees. I was like, ooh, I like this fountain. Let's tear this part out. And now just deleting these bushes is really annoying, just because I kind of gotta find out which ones are actually in the way. Place them all around there. That's pretty nice looking. Not too bad in my opinion. I really wasn't happy with the path leading up here, but again, the part that got deleted I ended up fixing. And I kind of like having this containing area that actually holds everything in. I did the same thing at the coaster on the bottom. Well, kind of. I don't know, it makes everything feel more like a cohesive unit. Especially when I'm going to be adding stuff next to each other. And then just trying to line up these little lights. There we are. Looking pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy that came out. I like that brick wall. They just added that in Alpha 2 and it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Alright, there we go. I think that's about it for this one. Now it's going to jump ahead to there. So I added a little path area around the Ferris wheel, and then I added another little lake and some rocks. I think those rocks kit look really cool. It looks like it's actually supporting it, like a cliff face. And this part, I wanted to make this a plaza. I'm probably going to, I didn't get it done in this episode, but I'm probably going to make this like a food court area. And so with these super wide paths, you're kind of able to just make the whole thing. I don't know why that middle part switched. There we go. You can kind of just make it a whole plaza so people can actually walk all the way around there, and I may surround it with shops. I kind of like the idea of having them just on the waterfront there. I'm probably going to expand that lake as well. Maybe make it like an actual river through the whole park. I think that'd be cool. Again, I want them to add water because I'm just using the blue roof tiles. We add a little dock there. There we go. Okay. And no one's going to be walking around the plaza right now because there's not actually any destination over there. And I kind of just have it going into the mountain. It only goes a little far back, but that came out okay. And then trying to make that a little bit longer. Looking good. Yeah, that part came out really cool. And I wanted to add something else. I knew there was something else I wanted to add. They add this new like UFO ride, which I think is really cool. You'll hear the music at the end. It actually plays its own like 1950s alien UFO music. It's sci-fi music. It's pretty cool. And then I tried making it look a bit... You'll see in a bit. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I think this one came out pretty well. It was kind of a slow process, just getting everything how I wanted it to be. But it came out pretty cool. And guess what? I'm going to spam trees and stuff everywhere. But with the addition of the lights I add, it came out very nice looking. And I'm trying to decide what I wanted to do here. I knew I wanted to play with the whole circular aspect of it. But it's hard to make things because everything is grid-based in this game. So this is annoying. So every time I place one of these things, it wants me to... It's a separate building. So I have to hit escape twice, then reselect the item. And you just keep doing that over and over again. It was kind of annoying. The spacing on these, they're not perfect. It's not great. But I think it came out okay. Well, you'll be the judge of that. And then when I realized I probably should have made these paths a little bit different. But, it's okay. And I was trying to see if I could put like a second layer up there. Trying to line that up, because it's kind of looking like a UFO now, right? And I ended up not going with this. I'm like, nah, let's delete that. And I knew as soon as the sun went down, I saw those green lights. I'm like, okay, I really want to extenuate those green lights. So do I want some of them pointing out, some of them pointing in? But I ended up just flipping them all out, having them all point out. And I was going to add some stuff around it to catch those lights. So, in my opinion, this ride looks really cool at night. It looks okay during the day, but at night, it really excels. There we go. I like how they're all sticking out like that. It really looks like a 50s UFO. But look at that, just the green light on those trees. Oh, it's so cool looking. So eerie. Very cool. And then I wanted to try and add something a little over the entrances. I'm trying out these like blue... thresholds, and I found these little L pieces. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll stick them on there, kind of alien looking. So we'll stick them up there, and then I add these little lights to them. Just kind of zooming out, taking a look at everything. And again, I don't really have like set ideas when I make these videos. I'm just kind of just building what I feel. I'm not really trying to invoke anything, but so that's the tough thing. Just trying to make it cohesive in a time lapse. I think that looks so cool at night. I love that. Then we have these little spark stand pole things. So we just start sticking those places. Give it a little bit of sci-fi feel. Then we have these spark plates. I'm like, oh, those are cool. So I tried sticking them on the ground, see how they look. Ended up not liking them. But there we go. So now we are checking out the coaster. The Great American Coaster, whatever it is. Looking pretty cool. I like having the coasters go over the path. That's something I always wanted to do. Gives kind of a little sneak peek of what's going on. Those people run on in. The red, white, and blue lights there. This part looks pretty cool at night as well. And off goes the coaster. And I think we're actually going to ride in now. Yep, there we go. Let's hop on in. Stick your hands in the air. One of my favorite things about riding the rides is seeing the other parts of the park. It's so cool. I love it. God, I love this game. Oh, it's so awesome. I want Alpha 3 already. I just want them more stuff. I want more themed stuff because we still just have like the modern stuff and the pirate stuff. More themes would be awesome. Just give me unlimited content. Oh yeah, those turns are a little bit wonky. Probably gonna go change those. This needs to be banked more. That needs to straighten out more. And this last part needs to be banked. It kind of just waves in, but real simple coaster. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going for, oh, I'm gonna make like a million loops. Yeah, people vomit. And next up we got the Ferris wheel area. That looks so cool. It's just the massive size of that. They did a really good job on the scale. And then just the brickwork looked really nice with the green bushes. Really happy with how that came off. And now we got the alien ride. Listen to that music. It's so cool. Oh, just looking around. Ah, it's awesome. And around it goes. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Planet Coaster. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy and want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Bye.